I'm the team leader of the team that is developing the EHDEN portal at the University of Aveiro. And if I have to identify 2 or 3 key features in this framework, I will start by the architecture. So we base the portal on a software framework that allows easy integration of external application. It's a kind of plugin-based architecture, and this is one of the reasons because we are integrated so different applications in the portal. A second characteristic is related to one of the applications that we developed, that is the database catalog. And this database catalog has a schema-free model. And why this is important? Because it allows each community, such as EHDEN, to define their own metadata. And they can easily add or remove attributes and characteristics and sections in this metadata, the definition along the time. And the third characteristic, which is also a second application that we develop and it's specific of EHDEN, is the network dashboards. It's based on open source from Apache community, and it provides a set of visualization graphs that are, I will say, a very important tool for researchers to make feasibility studies in the EHDEN portal.
Yeah, I think that was a really good what José Luis just explained, and I want to emphasize a little bit more on why I think this portal is so unique. Because I think the most important is the scale of databases that are already in the portal and in the catalog. So in EHDEN we have already 140 data partners from I think 25 European countries, and a big fraction of them is already presented in the catalog, and they will all be, because it's a mandatory milestone that we have to achieve. So I think from those 140 databases that we have now, we're just going to grow in the future, because there's still a lot of interest from organizations that can provide data, and they also want to be part of this because it gives them a way to show their data, to collaborate more, and it gives researchers a good way to find the data that's interesting for answering their research question. So I think the main point that makes it unique for the data partners and the researchers is just the pure scale.
To build further on what Julia just mentioned, so with this current release, the version 1, we basically have the foundational aspects. So as José Luis also mentioned, we are now able to do the initial discovery, but we want to build further upon that capability. On the one hand, with expanding, let's say, the technical tools surrounding it. So the first thing that we want to do is be able to perform feasibility studies, full-blown feasibility studies, taking different variables into account across the different databases. So that's something which is planned to be released later in 2022. Towards the end of the year, we really have the ambition to be able to fully support the execution of federated studies across the EHDEN network. That, however, also needs to go hand in hand with actually accommodating also the business process. So the technical tools need to go together with the evolution and the establishment of the appropriate process, whether it's in terms of roles and responsibilities, organizational aspects, but also the procedures that will be followed for executing those studies. At the end of the day, towards 2023, we also have the ambition to establish what we call the EHDEN Evidence Hub. And that would be the place where then all the evidence that is generated to these studies is actually brought together, so that ultimately we can live up to our ambition, that is to improve the healthcare outcomes for the patients and for the people in Europe.